There are two kind of people that listen to this podcast. There's the aspirator and the executor. And today you are going to decide which of those two you are, and I'm going to teach you how to go from one to the other. So first off, what is the aspirator? The aspirator is the guy who cheers me on, who cheers on motivational content, who loves being in the arena, he loves being in the area around inspiration and motivation, but does nothing. He's the guy who consumes hours and hours of positive, inspirational, disciplined content, but his life is in shambles. He loves the idea of the work, but he does not do the work. Today's podcast, we're going to break down which one of these are you and why you're that person and how you can get from point A to point B. The aspirator is the guy who's in love with his own potential. He can tell you exactly how to fix everything, exactly why he's stuck, but he never does the work to do it. He is a professional fan. He's the guy who comments, likes, and shares every single one of my posts, is always DMing me how great he feels. But when you look at him or he tells you what he's doing, he's not living that life at all. I get these comments all the time. It's a guy who says, "Hey, Chris, we're on the same mission, brother. We're doing this together. I need to model this life for my family." Then you click on his profile. He's 100 pounds overweight. Every picture on his profile is him drinking beer with his boys, not a single picture of his family, of exercise or anything. So he's clearly not living the disciplined life that he wants to be a part of. And it's not even that he wants to be a part of it. It's that he likes admiring it from the sidelines. It's going from a guy who admires progress to a guy who creates progress in his own life. So sabotaging yourself to actually doing the work, being a disciplined action taker. So this guy commented on one of my posts. I'm in it with you, same mission, we must model. So I was going to start a conversation with him. I clicked on his profile, obese, drinking beer, partying in every picture. Every picture is either about consuming drugs, alcohol, food, not a single picture is family in sight. And then he messaged me afterwards and said, "Hey, Chris, you and me are on the same page, man. We're on the same mission together." And if you message me, I am not in the business of, just like I said, amassing millions of followers and likes and all of that. I'm going to challenge you. So I said, "Great, I appreciate the compliment, but are you living this life and are you being disciplined? Are you going to the gym? Are you?" And he didn't like that, and the conversation ended quickly. He is the example of a professional fan, somebody that loves cheering people on. He's the guy who watches the marathon runner run past him, who's wearing an Under Armour shirt, is ripped. He's an athlete. He's an elite specimen. But the guy on the sidelines who's cheering him on is 350 pounds, also wearing the quadruple XL shirt, cheering him on, saying, "We're in this together. We're doing it." No, we're not the same. You are watching. I am doing. I am living the life. You're admiring me for living the life. So if you are stuck being an admirer, it's time to change. He's the guy who would come to a Rising Father retreat and think, okay, this is time to hang out with the boys. We're just going to chill for 3 nights. And then it's 5:30 a.m. We're all getting into a 37-degree freezing cold mountain lake about to jump in. And 19 of us are jumping in. This guy's standing on the sidelines. We're like, "Hey, man, jump in." He's like, "No, that's not for me. I don't want to get wet. I'll cheer you guys on, though. I'm right here with you, cheering you on." No, you are not right here with us. You are different than us. Now, that doesn't happen on a Men of Fire retreat, I can promise you that, but that's what it would be like. He likes being around people that put in the work because it makes him feel like he's putting in the work. And this is a psychological trap that we are going to dismantle today, because you could be stuck in that. One of the systems we implement in Men of Fire is radical accountability with time blocking, with scheduling. One of the things we do, just from Jim Rohn, is write a list of what you did today. What did I actually accomplish today? Don't make things up. See what you actually did. No stories attached. No elaborate stories, excuses allowed. None of that. What did you actually accomplish today? The aspirator thinks admiring the battle is the same as fighting it, which is enraging to the guy who's fighting the battle. It really makes him mad, because he looks out and he says, "No, you are not one of me. You are completely safe out there in the stands. you are not risking failure. You are risking nothing. But by being a commentator, you can be an expert in everything and risk nothing. How can you live the life that you want? How can you inspire and impact your family, lead them, have a wife that counts on you, that looks at you with respect and love and is attracted to you and wants to follow you? It's by you becoming an executor. It's for you to stop talking about what you're going to do and start doing things brick by brick, small promise by small promise. You come into Men of Fire, we're not changing everything on day one. We're building you brick by brick, a man who can finally keep promises to himself. So here's what you have to do. Here's the blueprint. Step one is honestly and openly diagnose yourself. Are you the executor or are you the aspirator? How do you do that? Look at your output, not at the stories you tell yourself. The only thing that matters is what did you actually do? So look at the past week. What did you actually accomplish? Was it just excuses or results? Because if you already told yourself, well, I would have went to the gym. Excuses. You're an excuse guy. Well, I would have. You're an excuse guy. I don't need to hear anything else. Every single person in the world has a lot to do. They're married, fathers, they got a lot of responsibilities. Finances are tight for everybody. Some people get it done, some people don't. That's it. Step two is to change your language immediately. Stop using future tense words. Forbidden words for you are trying, hoping, striving, going to. That is the language of people who are giving themselves permission to fail. Whenever you are vague with what you want to do, you are giving yourself one way out because you haven't defined what you're going to do with specificity. You haven't given yourself anything that I can hold you accountable to. If you say, on Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. and go to the gym, I can hold you accountable to that. That is measurable data. If you say, I'm going to try to be healthy this weekend, I can't hold you accountable to that, neither can you, and you know that. You're giving yourself one escape route. You have one toe in the pool and your rest of your body out. If it's too cold, you're not jumping in. But you never promised yourself you would jump in, so there's no moral problem. You're trying to eliminate the cognitive dissonance that you feel by the language that you use. Whenever you use weak and vague language, weak promises, you're trying to eliminate the inner turmoil that you feel because you know you're not being the man you could be. So if you're not breaking promises, which you know is the problem, then you're not going to feel as bad. That's why you make very vague and unspecific goals with yourself. No, hold yourself accountable. Specific goals. Change your language effective immediately. I will do this. I have done this. I did this. This is what I am going to do. Change your language. What we're talking about is not just a mindset hack. This is a full-fledged identity shift of how you see yourself. This is a way for you to go from the man that you are to the man that you want to be. So re-listen to this if you need to, take notes, hold yourself accountable, and take radical ownership. And most importantly, stop sitting on the sidelines and admiring other men. Become a man that people cheer for. Don't just cheer for other men. And if you want to be held accountable, you want to work with me, you want radical accountability and ownership and actually make a change this year, then check the link in the bio and learn more about Men of Fire. It's time to stop thinking so much, feeling so much, procrastinating so much, waiting so much, and it's time to actually start the work.